You ever notice how people say they want a better life, but their days look exactly the same? Same mornings, same reactions, same excuses, and then they wonder why nothing changes. Here's the truth most people miss. Your life doesn't change in big moments. It changes quietly, in the small habits you repeat when no one is watching. Stay with me for a few minutes, because by the end of this, you might realize that the thing holding you back isn't lack of talent, luck, or motivation. It's a handful of tiny choices you make every single day without thinking about them. Before we go further, if conversations like this help you think clearer and live with more intention, consider subscribing to Mind Shift Stories. These videos aren't about hype or overnight success. They're about small internal shifts that quietly reshape your life over time. Now, let's continue. Most people overestimate what they can change in a month and underestimate what they can change in a year. That's why they quit early. They expect motivation to carry them, but motivation is unreliable. Habits are not. A habit is simply a vote. Every small action you repeat is a vote for the type of person you're becoming. And the scary part is, you're voting whether you realize it or not. There was a man who felt stuck for years, not failing, not succeeding, just stuck. He kept waiting for the right moment to change his life. A new job, a fresh start, a burst of motivation. But nothing dramatic ever happened. What finally changed him wasn't a breakthrough. It was something almost boring. He started waking up 10 minutes earlier. That's it. No big routine, no miracle morning, just 10 quiet minutes before the world demanded his attention. In those 10 minutes, he didn't scroll. He didn't rush. He just sat with his thoughts. And slowly, something shifted. He stopped starting his days in reaction mode. That one small habit changed how his entire day felt. That's how habits work. They don't scream, they whisper, and because they're quiet, most people ignore them. Your brain loves efficiency. It builds habits to save energy. Once something becomes automatic, it stops costing you willpower. That's why bad habits are hard to break and why good ones, once built, feel easy to maintain. But here's the catch. Your brain doesn't care if a habit is helping you or hurting you. It only cares if it's familiar. Think about the first 5 minutes of your day. Do you reach for your phone? Do you rush? Do you complain internally before you're even out of bed? Those first minutes set the tone for everything that follows. A small habit like not checking your phone for the first 15 minutes can change your focus for the entire morning. Not because phones are evil, but because attention is fragile. Another small habit that changes lives is how you talk to yourself. Most people don't realize how harsh their internal dialogue is. You would never speak to someone you care about the way you speak to yourself. A simple shift, catching one negative thought and rephrasing it, can slowly rebuild confidence. Not fake confidence, real, steady confidence that comes from self-respect. You don't need to think positive all the time. You just need to stop attacking yourself for being human. Small habits also show up in how you respond to stress. When something goes wrong, do you immediately react? Or do you pause, even for a second, before responding? That 1 second pause can save relationships, careers, and your own peace of mind. It creates space between impulse and action, and in that space, you regain control. Here is something most people don't realize. Your habits are shaping your future even on days that feel unimportant, especially on those days. The days you feel tired, the days you feel bored, the days you feel unmotivated, those are the days your habits matter most. Another life-changing habit is finishing small things. Making your bed, clearing one email, completing one task you've been avoiding. These actions send a message to your brain. I follow through. Over time, that identity sticks. People often wait to feel confident before taking action, but confidence is usually the result, not the cause. Small, consistent actions create evidence. Evidence builds confidence. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. Look at your evenings. How do you wind down? Do you numb yourself until you're exhausted? Or do you intentionally slow down? A habit as simple as reflecting for 2 minutes at night, asking what went right today, can change how you sleep and how you wake up. Your brain learns to look for progress instead of only problems. Small habits also shape your health in quiet ways. Drinking more water, walking for 10 minutes, stretching before bed. These don't feel impressive, but they compound. Compounding is invisible at first. That's why people quit. But given enough time, small habits create massive change. Here is a question worth asking yourself. If your current habit stayed exactly the same for the next year, where would you end up? That question isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. The good news is, you don't need to change everything. You just need to change one small thing and repeat it. Pick a habit so small you can't talk yourself out of it. 2 minutes, one action, one choice. Because consistency beats intensity every time. If this message resonates, leave a comment about one small habit you're willing to start this week. Saying it out loud increases the chances you'll follow through. And share this with someone who feels overwhelmed by change. Sometimes the most powerful reminder is that small steps still move you forward. If you stayed with this until the end, stay connected with Mindshift Stories. More videos like this are coming, stories and ideas designed to help you build a better life one small habit at a time. Here is your simple action for today. Choose one small habit that supports the life you want, and do it once. Not perfectly, just once. Because a better life doesn't start with a dramatic decision. It starts with a small habit you repeat tomorrow.